How did you begin collecting all your toys and lovey cards and posters and all that?
Well, when I was a kid, I collected stuff. I was born in 1961, so I was like a big Batman freak, and I had a lot of toys, and I had monster models, and I had all this stuff when I was a kid. And I guess when I got to be in high school and off to college, I kind of forgot about the stuff and threw it all away. And then when I got out of college, there's this phenomenon where you sort of want the things you had when you were a kid, so I started collecting toys again. And when I was single, I started collecting lunch boxes. And when I lived in the city by myself, I had 300 of these lunch boxes, and they lined the walls of my kitchen from floor to ceiling. It was really cool. But then when I got married, you kind of have to compromise, so I sold off I sold off most of my lunch boxes and kept like my best ones. So I've got some really cool ones here. Interesting thing about the Batman lunch boxes, this is the only toy that survived my childhood. This actual Batman lunchbox I got in 1966 or 67 maybe, when I was about 6 years old. And my mom managed to keep that, and I met Adam West a few years ago, who played Batman, of course. He signed that for me, which was pretty cool. But everything else I've gotten in the past, probably 20 years, when I decided I started collecting things again. I've also got over here a Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea lunchbox signed by David Hedison. And I got a Kung Fu lunchbox signed by...
Yeah, I saw that.
signed by David.
It's right over there.
There it is. Got the Kung Fu lunchbox signed by David Carradine. Got the another autographed one here. Here it is. Man from U.N.C.L.E. lunchbox I've got signed by Robert Vaughn, and I've got the Clash of the Titans lunchbox signed by Ray Harryhausen. I got a few other things that are kind of cool. This Star Trek lunchbox is really, really valuable because your lunchbox collectors want it, and your Star Trek collectors want it, and it's kind of rare. They didn't make that many of them, so this is maybe my most valuable lunchbox. The Lost in Space lunchbox, but it's actually surprisingly common. This one's not that hard to find, but it's a beautiful box. The paintings, artwork spectacular on this box. The Munsters lunchbox I got at a flea market in Peabody about 25 years ago. I was out there, and this guy was using it as this change box, and he had all his money in there. And I said, "Oh, would you sell your change box?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I guess." And I go, "What do you want for it?" He goes, "I don't know. How about $3?" So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I gave him $3. So I'm walking around the flea market about 10 minutes later, and the guy's running at me. The same guy just bought him and goes, "Hey, hey!" And I thought he had seller's remorse or something. But he had the thermos, and he's got the thermos. He goes, "Hey, don't you probably want the thermos too?" And he hands me the thermos. He just gave me the thermos. But that was 25 years ago. That was before eBay. That's before a lot of these toys really took off in value.